elephant house, the team has been carefully monitoring the health of 2-year-old calf, Indali.
Indali hasn't been showing any signs of sickness or illness. One of her routine blood swabs has come back positive for the elephant herpes virus. It's just like the building collapses in on you. You kind of don't want to believe it because, you know, you've gone through this very recently with the last 2 calves. And it's difficult because you do feel devastated and deflated, and you kind of like, I don't know how they're going to cope with this, but you know you've got to get very, very focused very, very quickly because there's going to be a lot of stuff you've got to do to potentially save this elephant's life.
Indali has been separated from the rest of the herd after being diagnosed with the deadly elephant herpes virus.
The minute that you get a positive result in an EHV, that puts the whole veterinary team in a humongous amount of pressure.
An emergency medical team has been quickly assembled in a bid to save her life.
And it's kind of all hands to the deck at that point to bring her into a separate pen from the rest of the herd. We need to find a vein in her ear or her back leg so we can start putting the fluids into her.
The cross match has been done. The plasma needs to go in.
It's coming.
As well as keeping her hydrated, keepers give Indali plasma from her dad, Ang Bo, to boost the antibodies in her blood.
We've collected that blood off him every couple of weeks for the last, year and a half, 2 years. Just ready, just in case we needed it.
But the virus has claimed the lives of 7 young elephants at the zoo, including 2 last year. And so the team has been developing a new experimental treatment using the drug interferon.
I think we should go ahead. Yeah?
Interferon hasn't been used before in an elephant calf. Research that we have been doing shown that it has a potential, and that's why we tried it.
More commonly used to treat cancer in humans, interferons are proteins which help fight viral infections. And Indali will be the first elephant in the world to receive the treatment.
There are risks to anything you try with her, but we know that, from experience, that you've got days before this virus takes over her body and she could potentially be dead. So we're quite willing to try whatever it takes.
An hour into the procedure, Indali appears distressed. And so the team decide to bring in Mum.
It's really important to kind of keep Indali as calm and stress-free as possible, which is why keeping Sundara close by is definitely something we have to do.
It's thought elephants can communicate via low-frequency sounds inaudible to the human ear.
In the past, when the babies have gotten sick, it's almost as if the other elephants, they know something's wrong and kind of respond to that. I think when you get a mum and a daughter, you get more of that as well. Their bond is a lot stronger.
Sundara's presence seems to reassure Indali, allowing the vets to finish their work. But as no calf has survived at the zoo after contracting the virus, the team have decided to repeat the interferon treatment every 12 hours.
You have to try to be positive. If you think it's going to die, then you kind of give up and you don't have that edge that you need to think about it, to see what else can I do to find an extra bit.
If it's not successful and Indali doesn't pull through, it's a real worry for us. Losing the elephant calves we did really set us back, and we're kind of on a bit of a knife edge at the moment.
It's now been 4 days since Indali was diagnosed with the herpes virus. And after being given the interferon drug, her condition has not worsened.
Well, we did a lot more than we've ever done before. But the fact that she's still with us means that something's worked, something's kind of helped the situation. And she's obviously fighting fighting the virus.
But the team need to continue the treatment until she's clear of the virus. And today, the 2-year-old is refusing to cooperate with keepers.
For the first 3 days, Indali was a star. No matter how many needles we put into her, she was really nice, she came back. I think by the 3rd day of doing that twice a day, she had enough, and she decided, I'm not getting in there.
The vets decide the only way to keep treating Indali is to put her under general anaesthetic.
The risk of any anaesthetic is that something can go wrong and they can die. It puts you under a lot of pressure.
Okay, she's done.
The stress level for us is through the roof at this point. We all kind of know how vital and important what we're doing is. Everyone was in there doing what we need to do as fast as we could. Because with elephants, that kind of biology and then size of them doesn't really lend itself well to this kind of procedure.
So we have a good vein. You need a needle to put it in there? Yeah? We look here to be careful.
We know if we don't do what we do every day now, you know, she's just going to die. The virus will take hold and it will win. We've got to do everything we can to try and pull her through.
Everything is in, including plasma, yeah? Yeah, 5 bags plasma. Have you got all the blood you need?
Okay, Tan, here's 10 ml.
If we have finished, can you start manipulating the legs that are free?
We started moving the legs. They are very, very big animals, that's 1,000 kilos. And if they try to get up, they risk falling over. So you have to really move vigorously those legs and increase the blood circulation.
After just under an hour, and with the treatment complete, the vets start preparing Indali to come round.
That's the scariest bit probably, is when they're coming round from the drugs. And at this point, we've done a number of procedures with Indali. There's so many drugs in her system, and there's also the virus. So there's so many things that could go wrong.
Start getting stuff off.
All right?
All the team can do now is wait.
Given the experience we had with all the previous ones, I wasn't confident we were going to get her through. I think we were going to lose her.
Keepers are anxiously waiting for calf Indali to come round from her anaesthetic. And Mum Sundara is brought in to lend the youngster some support.
We weren't really sure how Sundara was going to react. Is she going to panic? You know, the baby's on the floor. She's obviously really groggy and out of it. You know, some animals might just not know how to deal with that.
I think she's looking now. See the eye? She's starting to look. She's so good.
We were so amazed with how Sundara did. She gently touched her with the trunk, stood next to her. There's a lot of touching going on. There's a lot of standing close by to her. It's almost like she's just letting Ndali know that she's there. She's not on her own.
Not too hard now. She's just a rock star.
And Ndali did start getting the strength up to try and right herself. Sundara actually used her leg to help him baby up off the floor. It was such a beautiful moment, really, to be able to witness.
With the incredible bond between mum and daughter plain to see.
Easy now. There you go.
Little Ndali finally struggles to her feet.
She helped her getting up. That was, heartbreaking in a good way.